16 Pros and Cons of Living in Rhode Island. Rhode Island might be the smallest state in the US, but it also is perfectly positioned in the Northeast. Knowing the pros and cons can help you to discover if living in the state is right for you. The more you learn about Little Rhodey, the more you may decide if the state has what you need for your career, your family, and your overall lifestyle. Pros of living in Rhode Island. You will find that there is a lot to love about Rhode Island. It is no wonder why over 1 million people call it home, despite there being limited space for everyone and everything. 1. Great schools. Schools are an important part of the equation, not only for higher education but also for starting families. The Department of Education is dedicated to a premium learning environment. The Rhode Island Kids Count program also believes that education is a lifetime process. The public school system is one of the best in the country. Rhode Island is also home to Brown University, one of the top Ivy League schools there are in the US. 2. Plenty of cultures. You will find that there is a lot of culture in Rhode Island, and much of that has to do with the heritage found in the state. Residents are Italian, French, Irish, Portuguese, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Guatemalan, and more. It allows you to explore the art, the food, and more from each of these exciting cultures. There are various festivals to celebrate the culture, too, which is a great way to practice diversity and learn more about other nationalities. 3. Lots of natural beauty. There is a little bit of everything in Rhode Island. One thing you will notice is that there is a lot of natural beauty along the coast and throughout the entirety of the state. The parks and recreation are abundant, offering everything from bike paths to state parks to family orchards. You can explore the beauty on the land and on the water. Choose boat tours to see the lighthouses on the water, trails to see the natural flora and fauna, and simply spend hours exploring what the state has to offer. 4. All 4 seasons. You will experience all 4 seasons when you're living in Rhode Island. The summers are mild, so you will be able to enjoy plenty of outdoor activities. The fall is also home to some beautiful foliage, and many people travel from all over the US to experience the leaves changing colors. The mild weather is found throughout most of the year. Even when it rains, it is never a torrential downpour, so it is very easy to work around. 5. There are lots of things to do. You will find that there is a surprising number of things to do for a small state. Much of it is because of the rich history found in every city. You will find museums that will tell you all about the history, and even more museums for art and science. When you are tired of museums, there are theaters, galleries, and plenty of other things to keep you busy. 6. Cost of housing is low. The cost of housing is low in comparison to many of the other northeastern areas. If you compare a home in Rhode Island to a home in Massachusetts or Vermont, you will be pleasantly surprised that you can save $100,000 or even more. Many people choose Rhode Island so that they can get more homes for their money. Then, they simply commute outside of the state for work. 7. There are beautiful beaches. Most people who do not live in Rhode Island find it hard to believe that there's a lot of beachside living throughout the state. There are miles and miles of Atlantic coastline, allowing you to find some incredible beaches for suntanning, water sports, and splashing around in the waves. Some of the top beaches found in the state include Gooseowing Beach, Musquamacut State Beach, and Easton's Beach. Essentially, there is a beach for every occasion. 8. It's LGBTQ friendly. Rhode Island has continuously been identified as one of the most LGBT-friendly states in the United States. Civil unions have actually been allowed since 2011, which means that many people traveled to RE so that they could become an official couple. Same-sex marriages have been allowed since 2013. Same-sex couples can even adopt in the state with no issue. You will find plenty of bars, restaurants, and other establishments that are open and accepting of any kind of alternative lifestyle. Love is love in Rhode Island. Cons of living in Rhode Island. The smaller state has its downsides, so it is best to know what you will not love about the state. Rhode Island's cons can be overlooked, but it is a good idea to know what they are before you decide to move. 1. It's a small state. Rhode Island only consists of 1,200 square miles, considerably smaller than many of the neighboring states. As a result, you will find that much of what you want to do isn't actually located in the state. Instead, you will be wandering to some of the neighboring big cities when you want to go shopping, clubbing, or enjoy a nice restaurant. Boston, Massachusetts, and Hartford, Connecticut can be some of your favorite places to go, and those are at least a few hours' drive from anywhere you might be in Rhode Island. 2. Sales tax is high. The sales tax is relatively high in Rhode Island, which makes so many things that you want to buy more expensive. Any tangible personal property at retail stores in the state is taxed. Even beyond the sales tax, there are all sorts of other taxes that you will encounter throughout the state: motor vehicle tax for every vehicle that you own, property tax for every home that you own, and much more. 3. Taxes are high for retired individuals. Retired individuals often choose to move out of Rhode Island because the state is not very retiree friendly. In fact, you will find that most retirement income is taxed in Rhode Island, which is not very agreeable to those who are on fixed incomes. Even Social Security benefits are taxed. Other states have better tax structures for retired people. As a result, you will not see as many retired people in RE as you will in other states without such taxes. 4. Cost of living is high. The cost of living is high in a number of areas, including home costs, groceries, utilities, and transportation. When you look at the U.S. average on an index of 100, Rhode Island is at 110.6 overall, which shows that the cost of living is much higher. Your paychecks will not go as far, so you will find yourself spending more on the basics. It may leave you with little to no money left at the end of every month. 5. Lots of traffic congestion. Rhode Island is a small state with a large population. There are actually more people living in Rhode Island than in larger states like Oklahoma and Nebraska. As a result, you will find that there is a lot of traffic. It is not uncommon to find traffic delays of an hour or longer. It can be difficult to navigate the roads, and the Claiborne-Pell Bridge is a toll facility that can make it expensive to travel between the city of Newport and the town of Jamestown, located on Cononicut Island. 6. Utility bills are high. You will find that your utility bills are higher than in many other places in the U.S. Even if you do not use the AC in the summer, you will spend a lot during the winter months on heating your home. There's not much that you can do to reduce the bills. The utility companies set the prices, and they are definitely looking to earn a profit. 7. Winters can be brutal. The winters in Rhode Island can be brutal, especially if you are not used to it. On average, the state gets about 35 inches per year, which is about 8 inches more than the average in the United States. Every so often, Rhode Island may also encounter what's known as a nor'easter, which is a storm that blows in from the northeast. It can lead to blizzard-like conditions. 8. Many areas are overly populated. Although most of the cities in Rhode Island only have about 40,000 people or less, they still tend to be overly populated. This is because there are simply too many people living in a very small state. Everything is crowded: the roads, the grocery stores, the schools. It can lead to lots of crowds, lots of stress, and lots of people being rude because they want to get in, get what they need, and get out. Even finding homes can be difficult as homes in popular neighborhoods sell quickly.